Hey guys, you're watching Daniel and Gian talk, and today we're going to do a full review of Kaminey. It's a Shahid Kapoor film. Before we get started, just want to say to you guys, if you haven't watched this film in a while, go back and watch it. It's on Netflix right now, at least it is here in the States.
If I'm going to say, actually, if you haven't seen the movie in 5 years, like if it's exceeded 5 years, definitely go back and rewatch it.
I mean, really, the only reason why we're watching this film is because Gian made a comment about it.
No, that's not why we're watching it.
That's the only reason why I knew we were watching it, because you just watched...
No. The only reason why I'm watching it is because...
in my Kabir Singh.
So the reason why I chose this film is because on my Kabir Singh review, I said that was Shahid Kapoor's best performance. Or up there. And if anyone else had anything to suggest that was better, that this would be the movie. And Tejan was one of many. It wasn't just him, because I've learned my lesson that if he's the only one recommending
Don't
something...
give Tejan full credit for stuff.
Yeah, that's another lesson I learned.
Because Tejan hates Daniel.
Yeah, but there was a lot of people who were saying Kaminey was his biggest role or his best role. And I could see why they were saying that, because he was playing two different characters.
I can see that. It does not start for me. I haven't seen Kabir Singh, but it does not compare to Hater at all. Like, Hater was amazing.
I thought he was great in Hater,
yeah,
too.
he was this movie. He was good, solid. But there was definitely some double impact stuff going on. If you watch Jean-Claude Van Damme in Double Impact, there was definitely bits of that going on. But let's just throw it out on the table. I actually liked this movie. You hated it, so
I wouldn't say I hated it.
Well, you disliked it.
I disliked it, and mostly because if I were to rewatch it, maybe that might not be the case. But I didn't fucking realize that they were two different people until deep into the movie.
Yeah. It took me, I think I want to say like the first 30 minutes or so to realize. I thought that he was having flashbacks.
That's what I thought.
And that was the reason why he turned into a gangster. I was like, oh.
Because I know at the very beginning in the voiceover they say that they're twins and whatever, but you can be a twin and not look like your brother or sister. Like,
I'll be honest with you, I missed that bit of the voiceover. Like, I didn't even.
That's like one of the first. I think that might be the first line of dialogue.
And that's what, and that's the problem when you don't speak the language, is if you turn your head from the screen for a second, you could miss the subtitle. Yeah. Because
my complaint was the characters didn't feel real to me. And to be honest with you, the main thing, and this you guys can give me shit for. I can't get over the fucking hairstyle. I'm serious. Like, because I'm just so ingrained that when you see long hair like that, that's not you don't associate that with a tough guy in the States. Like, if you have hair like that in the States, you're not fucking rigging fucking horse racing games and shit like that. Like, you're gonna have short, well-kept hair, and that's not really a critique, because I know it's just
you're kind of assigning like the Italian gangster.
Yeah, but even in fucking like Gangs of Wasseypur, no one had long hair like that.
Right.
So that's a prejudice. I'm admitting to that, though. I'm not faulting the film for that, but it's hard for me to take.
I mean, there was definitely moments where I was like, this feels a little too pretty. And
that's the thing.
And he never really uglied up for the
most
part.
And why are they? If they both live different lifestyles, like why are they both beefcakes and fucking ripped and shit?
I think he looks better with shorter hair, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he does.
Well.
He does. In fucking Hater and in Kabir Singh, I take people with, because I had long hair myself.
Right.
Extremely long hair.
So you're like imposing your pussiness on other people.
Absolutely, 100%. 100%.
Right.
100%.
Even though T-City's got long hair.
And he'd kick the shit out of me.
Yes.
In a heartbeat. With no limbs. Like, you could cut all of his limbs off and he would still fucking submit me and choke me.
No, I get it. Especially in this world of mixed martial arts and boxing that we see, you don't really see anyone with long hair. Like, that's not really...
Well, because it's a fucking...
It's a detriment.
It's a pool.
Yeah.
Like, you can pull...
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But to the story-wise, the real thing that I didn't really it was kind of all over the place.
And that's actually what I liked about it. I liked that there was like, whoa, there's so much shit going on here. There's like, right off the bat, we see there's like 3 different like factions going on, and like, I knew that the shit was gonna hit the fan because you had 3 different gangs going on.
When they started to converge, that's when I liked
it. And it was
100%.
And it started to feel like a Kashyap film in that sense, where there was like,
on the convergence,
yes, and messy shit was gonna happen.
Yes.
And there was everyone was a bad guy. Every single person was a bad guy in this film, except even even
Priyanka Chopra's a bad person. She's
exactly.
fucking a liar. She lied about her list.
Yeah, which is, and there was parts of that where I misunderstood, because when we started going to when she goes into the courtyard with the first time when they're getting married and they're beating the shit out of him, and she's waving that torch around, I just missed. I forgot all that shit that happened before. I started thinking, wait a second, to get out of marrying this other guy, she purposely got pregnant. Well, she did. She got pregnant on purpose, but I thought it was what some dude she just met. Like, she was like, this guy will do. I'm going to get pregnant with him so I don't have to marry it. It's not exactly what happened, but it's kind of what happened. She found this guy.
Well, that's what he interpreted as.
Exactly. Well, but that's kind of what happened. It's exactly what happened. And then even him, he finds out she's pregnant. He's like, listen, I don't want you to have an abortion, but I don't want to be involved with this shit at all, which is like the most selfish thing you could say, because I have a fucking, like, I got an itinerary of the things I want to live in my life. There's just a bunch of shitty people. He was the least shittiest person out of all of them. She was the second least shittiest person. But, yeah.
Always hot, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Jonas' brother, Lucky. That's neither here nor there. I'm just saying. I mean, but let's see.
I liked how it was starting to get. It was confusing at first, but once I started like unraveling everything, I liked that it was like, okay, this is complicated. This film, it might have been a little too tried to be too complicated. It's a simple
fucking story.
It is a simple story, but the layers they threw on top of it made it. It was like a faux complexity to it that I thought was cool.
And that I will not. None of what you said I have any arguments for. Like, so for when I started off with a little negative, I don't hate the movie at all. To give my rating right now, it's like a 7 and a 7.5 between that, like, which is not a bad rating for me. Like, it is what it is. I think genuinely what was so off-putting is I just didn't know they were fucking different people until I was 30, 45 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
And that's when the movie's only 2 hours,
right?
It's almost half the fucking film.
Right.
So if I were to revisit it with knowing everything, it's probably better.
Yeah.
So I'm not criticizing the film per se.
That's the plot device that brings all of the gangs together. Without that, there's no reason for them to come together.
What do you think about the speech impediment and shit?
That makes no sense to me at all. That was not important.
I actually think that's why people say that his performances are so well done.
Because he stammered with one guy and he did a lisp with the other. Like, I was like, it took me a second to realize why that was happening. Because I was like, has he always had a lisp and I just missed it? You know? Because the lisp was like, I mean, I guess it was a good lisp.
Well, that's what I think. Because when actors play people with disabilities, people automatically put them on a pedestal. Mm-hmm. I mean, literally Tropic Thunder makes a joke about that.
Right.
Never go full retard. I'm not saying these two people are mentally handicapped. But you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the dude who played Stephen Hawking. Like, these are, or the same guy, Redmayne, who played like a transgender person or something. I forget. Like, you know, once they go into this realm of, oh, I'm going to throw something that's not normal on it, like, for me, it doesn't necessarily elevate performance all the time. That's all.
No, definitely not.
I don't know. It's kind of. I really don't know what else to say about the movie either. And I'm not trying to cut anything short. I just like the convergence.
I would have liked to see this film with the technology that we have around. Like,
it remade today.
Yeah, with better cameras.
You know what the
better
story
audio.
is? The director bought this off of I forget what country. I think they're Africans. And for $4,000, and the movie made like over $10 million US. Like, talk about making money, taking advantage of people. The fact that the film was so simple, in my opinion, is a negative, because I would have loved to see these characters do more things beyond just one day, because the whole story takes place in one day.
Right.
Like, I want to see the cops do more dirty cop shit. I want to see those like that black crew with the other dude who speaks English and shit. Like, I want to see them do more
Portuguese.
I want to see them do more crooked shit. I want to see the politician do more crooked shit. I want to see each of the brothers do more crooked shit or whatever. Priyanka Chopra. Like, I want to see all of these things.
So you're saying you want to see more?
I think that's what it is.
I mean, you might get roasted because.
No, that's fine. I know, because it's Carlos, can you give me some batteries? Sorry, I need. Just it's in my bag, yeah, right there on top of the bag.
I think. Listen, I don't know if it was budgetary issues or not, but it got done what it needed to get done within that time frame, you know. And there's a lot of other stuff like would have been cool to see, but I don't think we missed anything story-wise. Like, it told the story it needed to tell.
No disagreement.
Within that time frame.
No disagreement.
And, you know, is this movie going to go down in the annals of, like, one of my favorite movies? No.
No, and I see, that's the thing. I was underwhelmed, but not, that's very negative to say, but it's because of what was there I did enjoy, but it wasn't enough for me to, like, oh, this is the complete picture.
Right.
Because I think of Delhi Belly.
Right.
I think of Gangs of Wasseypur. I mean, Delhi Belly was shorter than this movie.
Gangs of Wasseypur is over 6 hours, so I mean that's.
I'm just saying, but those are examples of films that fleshed out. Delhi Belly, okay, these characters were fleshed out a little bit. Super Deluxe. I know you didn't see that, but you have different. It's a very simplistic story, but they interweave because you get to because this film is based on Pulp Fiction. Even the director even said like that was a huge inspiration. This one, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels or whatever. But those movies are fleshed out,
right?
In my opinion, you do get to see them do more than just they're cops. They're gonna just show up here. Like, I loved the idea of like them going to the hotel rooms for different purposes, and then they interact with the shootout and all these things. Like, they were playing like the Indian James Bond music.
I think
I don't hate the movie.
I think no, but honestly, I think there's so many players that unless you're gonna add another hour and a half to the film,
I wish I would have been okay
you know.
with.
And I feel like, I mean,
or I just need to rewatch the movie.
Maybe just watch because I
knowing
feel like
knowing that they're two different characters from the fucking beginning.
From jump, like and they tell you apparently
they do, and I still fucking missed it.
Yes.
Because I was thinking like, when is this guy's twin brother gonna show up? Because I thought it was the same guy.
Let's just chalk it up to subtitles, man. Let's just chalk.
But they also had long hair too. Like, one was a little more wet.
Yeah,
looking.
But hey, dude, there's a reason why I was confused too. Why I thought these were flashback moments, you know, because we don't see why he.
They're both built too.
We don't know why
they're both fucking like.
Right,
can't one be fat?
Well, we don't know. Oh, it'd be kind of hard to pull off, but we know we don't know why dude breaks bad until the very end of the movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like that's a part of it as well. You know, like it is what it is.
Well, what would you rate it to put this?
I probably
on this.
Probably like the 8.3 random. It was an 8 because I had a good time watching it. You know, and I might watch it again.
I didn't have a bad time watching it.
Yeah,
100%.
You know,
I just
like I texted you when I first started the film. Like
I wanted to turn it off.
Because I was like, I don't know if I can get past the audio because they were just using so much ADR. It was like a mix of ADR,
and it wasn't even the ADR that was bad. It was like tin can audio. Like,
it
processed.
It was just a lot of stuff. Like the audio design and parts of the film was
on a production level. That's
terrible.
The production level of this is terrible. 100%. Some of the color correction was awful. Just the way some of the things were just color corrected made no sense. The colors were crushed. I mean, beyond repair. Where like something that looked black was like turning purple because it was just beyond TV levels, which is just a sign that whoever was color correcting it wasn't color correcting with it. This is super technical stuff, by the way. So, you know, if you don't really know about this, and I'm going to do a video about it because I want you guys to know about what I'm talking about. But, you know, some of that thing is just, for me, it's like unacceptable. And maybe it's little things like that make me have like a more of a scrutinizing point of view.
Get you pissed off that you're not able to make your own shitty movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
That's definitely, I mean, there's always an aspect of that as well. Like if this guy's getting a chance to do shit, and I can make shit look way better than this,
I'm not.
I think about that sometimes when I'm like, oh my God, somebody got paid to make this film. I can make this like 0.5 times better, you know. But I don't know. That's it.
Yeah,
I think that's
that'll
going to do
do
it for us, guys. Thanks for watching. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Please ring the bell if you are. We will see you next time.